6:49 now. This is your morning in 8 minutes. The Tennessee Highway Patrol is looking for two people who ran from police following a traffic stop.
It happened near West Oldham Avenue. Officers attempted to stop the car, but resulted in a minor crash. According to a statement released, two people were taken into custody, but two others, a man and the woman, ran away. If you know anything about who they are, where they could be, please call the Knox County Sheriff's Office.
One person is dead after getting hit by an ambulance on Alcoa Highway Tuesday morning. The crash happened just after midnight. An AMR ambulance hit a person who was wearing all black clothing walking in the left lane of the roadway. That crash is under investigation. Right now, a Boy Scout troop in Oak Ridge needs your help after they say more than $5,000 worth of equipment was stolen. That equipment was all inside a trailer. The troop tells us it was packed and parked in front of Oak Ridge First Baptist Church before it went missing. Inside camping equipment that they use each month, teaching these teens valuable skills like how to build a campsite, how to cook, and different kinds of knots. If you see this trailer or know anything at all about what happened, please give the Oak Ridge Police Department a call. And right now, police need your help looking for a man wanted on assault charges. This is Eric Rose. He's wanted by Knoxville police, accused of domestic aggravated assault charges. If you know anything about where Rose could be, call the East Tennessee Valley Crime Stoppers. We have that number for you inside the WVLT News app. And new details this morning is the man accused of going on a deadly shooting rampage in Memphis will be back in court on Friday. Ezekiel Kelly appeared before a judge yesterday. Memphis police say Kelly shot 7 people in a 24-hour period last week. 3 people were killed. Kelly remains in the Shelby County Jail on only one murder charge, but police say he could face more as the investigation continues. And this morning, the NTSB continuing its investigation into a helicopter crash that killed 2 law enforcement officials just outside of Chattanooga. Both Highway Patrol Sergeant Lee Russell and Marion County Detective Matt Blancett died in that crash. Both were on an aerial mission when the helicopter struck a power line and crashed in a wooded area in Marion County. The report shows they were working a drug operation, landed for lunch before getting called back into the air to help with a missing persons case. The cause of that crash is still under investigation. Also in Chattanooga, everyone is okay after this small plane crashed next to the runway at Level Field. The city's fire department says both the pilot and passenger were able to make it out of the plane before crews got there. The plane had a small fuel leak that crews were able to contain. In a scam alert this morning, officials in Anderson County are warning that someone is calling residents and posing as Anderson County Sheriff's deputies. The caller claims you missed jury duty and you owe them money, and if you don't pay, you're going to spend some time in jail. Officials say if you get a call like this, it is not real. An officer would never call about jury duty or asking you for money. If you get a call, you're asked to hang up. Well, new details this morning. Want to show you a live look at London this morning. Queen Elizabeth II's coffin is now at her Buckingham Palace home. In just a few hours, a formal military procession will transport her to Westminster Hall, the home of the UK government, where she will lie in state for 4 days. Elizabeth's children and grandchildren received the body in a private event at the palace last night. Today, King Charles, along with his sons and siblings, will walk behind the coffin as it's moved from Buckingham Palace to Westminster Hall. The Queen will lie in state there until her funeral on Monday. Officials estimate the wait time for civilians looking to pay their respects could reach up to 30 hours. And a consumer alert, another disappointing inflation report as prices unexpectedly rose in August and remain near a 40 high. The consumer price index for August was up 8.3% compared to 1 year ago as the cost of almost everything keeps on going up. According to Moody's Analytics, the average household spending $460 more a month to buy the same goods and services as last year. Wall Street reacted to the new report with a major sell-off, with the Dow and S&P 500 suffering their worst loss since June of 2020. Economists continue blaming a still sluggish supply chain that can't keep up with post-pandemic demand. And Elon Musk fighting tooth and nail to get out of his deal to buy Twitter. But the social media company's shareholders say not so fast. They're going to hold him to it. Twitter voted Tuesday in favor of Musk's $44 billion takeover deal. The vote came days after Musk's third letter to Twitter seeking to terminate it. The case is set to go to trial on October 17th. In hopes of avoiding a rail strike, the U.S. Labor Secretary is meeting with rail carriers and unions this morning. Amtrak canceled 3 long-distance trips that run between Chicago and the West Coast. If the two sides cannot come to an agreement this week, the stoppage could begin late Friday. Economists project if a strike happens, could cost the U.S. economy over $2 billion a day.
WVLT is proud to be your official station of the Vols. The 15th ranked Tennessee Volunteers back on the practice field this morning, getting prepped for Saturday's game against the Akron Zips. A lot happened this past weekend during the Pittsburgh game, and you might have some questions. The good news is Coach Heupel has answers. Vol Calls is back tonight at Calhoun's on the River. Things start at 8 o'clock. You can listen to it live on 107.7 WIVK and the Sports Animal.
6:55 now. Getting a look at your first alert traffic. You could run into some foggy views along this Wednesday morning commute. This is a live look at I-40 in Roane County. Get those low beams on. The good news is those views do vary. This is I-40 right around Paper Mill Drive. You can see it's already starting to get a little bit busy out there ahead of the morning rush. All those interstates and main roads are running on time. However, crews reported a vehicle fire on 40 westbound in Cock County this morning. The westbound right lane is blocked near Bluffton, so use caution.
Your first alert forecast with Chief Meteorologist Heather Haley.
I'm at 6:56 now. As we sit in high pressure, that's what keeps the weather clear. Literally, active weather kind of rides up and over. It's really like a dome is in place for the next couple of days. But a bonus to high pressure, not only is the weather more clear, more calm, but it also literally pulls the weight off of your joints. So there's less aches, there's fewer aches. You don't have the weight of the atmosphere pushing down on you. So you can see where that rides high and just gently dips in a week. So right now we can enjoy the front end of this high pressure, which is the cooler end. It's 60 right now. Knoxville back up a degree or two. 58 Sevierville and Oak Ridge, and 53 Crossville. We're seeing some variation in the temperatures because of the varying views. Patches of dense fog in the valley and pockets at the Tennessee-Kentucky line, which we'll keep tracking coming up on the CW. If you're just trying to get out the door, know that the fog is really the only thing to slow you down as we take off with that sunshine heating up to a seasonable high today of 82. Remember, it keeps getting warmer in that high pressure as well. So we've got a lot for you coming up on the CW.
I'm ready for it to get colder.
Listen, can't make everybody happy.
Come on.
It's sunny.
Pick a lane, Harry.
6:56, we're headed to WBXX. Have a good morning.